Hey guys, so this might seem a little weird as if I'm starting my own YouTube channel, but I'm not. I'm not unboxing anything. I'm not going to be, pranking anyone. It's all going to be about math, which I know you're excited about, so it's great. Maybe you're wondering about the title of this video: Model it, sentence it, solve it. So, after looking over the last test in math, I decided that it would be a really good thing if there was a process that I gave you guys to use every single time that you are solving a math story or a word problem. And I think that this way is a fast way. So some of you won't be too angry with me because it doesn't include a ton of writing. Not yet, we'll save that for later. But it does include actually modeling what you're going to do before you solve it. Because I think for some of you, it's going to really help when you have to figure out if something's subtraction or addition, or now that we're getting into multiplication, and even later in the year, it's going to be division. So this process will really help you out. I really had hoped that I had a whiteboard at home with an expo marker, but I don't. So we're going to kind of make this work. I have some stories that I want to show you, starring one of my favorite people. No, it's not me. It's my beautiful daughter, Sarah Fu. So let's hear some stories about her. Okay, now I want you to follow along on your paper. I have the same stories that I'm going to have here in the video. So, Sarah loved her Wonder Woman Halloween costume. When her mother bought the materials, it cost $8.99 for the fabric, $3.95 for the gold spray paint, and $4 for the red t-shirt. How much did she spend in all? So, the first part of our process is called model it. Now, I'm going to use the box model because that makes the most sense to me. It can be really quick to make, and I just think it really shows the math in a really efficient way. So, in the box model, which you've seen before, we have our box. Woo! I'm writing. Doing this on a computer is not as easy as on an expo thing. Okay, remember, in the top of the box, this is the whole. This is everything together. So you have to think about your problem. Do you know the parts to the story, which are down here, or do you know the whole? Well, I know that I'm trying to figure out in all how much I spent, because I'm the mom in this story. So the in all is the mystery. So we'll give it a little question mark right there. Now, how many parts are there to this story? Well, I had to buy the fabric and the spray paint and the shirt. So that's 3 parts all together. Whoops, come back here. There you go. Now, I'm doing this on a computer. You might very well be able to do this a lot better. So, my first part was the fabric. So we'll make a little 8. Ooh, that's not too bad. 99. Ooh, that one got jazzy. In the middle here, we have the spray paint. So we have 3.95. I was trying to make my decimal point there. And then I have my $4, which you don't have to put the cents because you can just write the 4, but it's okay. Ooh, we got some teardrop zeros. Okay, so this is the modeling step. You're using blocks as a model. So this top block is our whole because that's the total cost of the costume altogether. And then we have our 3 parts. So the next part is you sentence it. So I'm going to scoot on down here. What kind of a number sentence would I be making with these numbers in order to figure out the whole? Think about it a little bit. Should I end up with a number that is larger than all 3 of these parts? Well, yeah, because the block here is a lot larger than the 3 parts. So I'm going to be using addition. So my recommendation would be to stack them. 8. Oh, geez. It's going to take me a long time to do this. Ooh. There's a good... That 9's not too bad. Now, the 4 is going to go over here. And what I want you to do on your paper as you're writing this, because you should have been writing this whole time. If you weren't, that's crazy. I want you to write me a little note on your paper Woo! Just like this, and I want you to write in here with your pencil why the 4 has to go in this spot. Okay? Great. So let's do our addition. 9 plus 5 plus 0 is 14. I put the 1s down here, put that extra 10 up top. Whoop, where'd it go? 9 plus 9 is a doubles fact. That's 18. Plus 1 makes 19. I put the 9 down here, and that extra 100 goes up here. 8 plus 1 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. Plus 4 is 16. Now, this answer is missing something. And I'm not going to put it in here. I want you to figure out. Oh, geez. Did anyone notice I never put a plus sign? Oh, my goodness. All right. I want you to figure out on your paper what I'm missing. Because my final answer should be in a dollar amount. So there's something that I was missing even when I wrote the numbers here. I should have included them. Put that on your paper and see if you can show me what that is. The next story. So, this is kind of a true story. The numbers might be a little bit different. Sarah took one nap on Saturday for 45 minutes. She took a nap on Sunday for 83 minutes. How many more minutes did she nap on Sunday? Now, I gotta be honest with you. It makes me a lot happier the longer Sarah naps. So clearly, I was happier on Sunday than I was on Saturday. So, this is an interesting problem because when we go to model it, like we always do in step 1, what's interesting is that let's do our whole part first. Ooh, geez. It's really hard to draw straight lines on here. Okay, so we have our whole, and then I'll draw the parts. Oof! Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Now, here's the thing. The question didn't ask how many minutes she napped altogether. Okay? It said how many more minutes did she nap on Sundays. So when you look at the numbers, 83 you can already see is larger than 45. On your paper, do me a favor. Little review here. Put the two numbers and draw me the symbol that should go in between them. What would that symbol look like? Okay? So, in this instance, it's not about knowing the whole. We're comparing two numbers. We have a larger number and a smaller number. So our larger number is 83. The smaller number is 45. But what we don't know is how much larger. What would it take for this 45 to be just as long as the 83? That's what you're doing when you're comparing numbers. When you're comparing them, we want to know what the difference is. How much would it take the 45 to be the same as the 83? So, when we get to the sentence part of it, you have to think, if I want to know this missing piece here, this small piece, would it make sense to add these numbers together? No, because if I added these numbers together, I would get an even longer block. But I just want to know this piece. So I'm going to take my 83 and subtract this chunk, this 45, and see what's left over. See the difference between them. So I'm going to stack them. Beautiful. Remembered to do that. Okay, so step 1. Look at it. It's subtraction. Are we going to have to regroup? Well, we always start at the ones. 3 subtract 5. Well, that's going to get you into negative numbers, so that's not going to work. So this 3 needs some help. We're going to go to the tens. This becomes a 7. If I give a 10 to the ones, 3 plus 10 is, 13. 13 minus 5 is 8. 7 minus 4 is 3. Now, I'm going to start requiring that you guys put labels at the ends of your answers. So, what was this story about? 38 what? Oh, well, on Sunday, she slept for 38 more. Ooh, this is going to be bad, I think. Ooh. More minutes. Oh, geez. Well, let's be honest. It's really not too different than my regular handwriting. Oh, okay, well. I hope you're enjoying watching this. Oh, my goodness. That's so sad. All right, well, you get the idea. So, I modeled it, I made the sentence, and I solved it. And I included a label. So this is just another example of this process. Model it, sentence it, solve it. Okay, so that's it for now. I know it might not be the fanciest way of doing things, and I know that some of you are like, why do we have to model it? I just know if it's addition or subtraction, blah, blah, blah. Listen, when you get a job in the future, okay, and your boss asks you to come up with a solution for a problem, they're going to need you to actually show that solution to someone else. So saying to that coworker, well, yeah, I just did it in my head, is going to help no one. So one of the things in math that we do that's very important is that you have to think about how to explain things, and modeling is one of those ways to explain. So even if you're very annoyed with me, I'm going to have you do that from now on. Yay, Mrs. Fu, you're the best. I know. She's the best. She's so cool. That being said, when we take tests, I am going to start looking for this as what it means to show your work. Some of you, when we take tests, are still choosing to not really show your work and just write an answer, which is a pretty big mistake. Because more often than not, if you show your work, you're probably going to get the right answer. Oh, another little side note, just to make sure you haven't fallen asleep at this point. If you're really paying attention, on your paper before you turn it in, I'd like you to draw little hearts around Sarah's name in both the problems, just to show me that you're listening, and because she's great and she deserves to have little hearts on there. This paper will be graded, mostly just to see if you can follow directions, because I kind of gave you the answers. But there were a couple little notes I had you put in there that I want to see that if you were actually listening. And if you're thinking, ooh, I'm worried that maybe I missed something, just go back to parts of the video and watch it. It's okay. I'll give you time. I'm literally standing in the room right now watching you all watch a video of me, and it's probably very weird, and I'm probably super embarrassed, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay? All right, thanks, guys. Subscribe and like. Hit that like button. Just kidding. You don't have to like it because I'm the teacher and I get to make you watch things. All right, fantastic. Bye. I just wanted to do a little shout out to the kiddos that are on my Geniuses of Hard Work part of my website. We have Lila, Gianna, Savannah, and Roman. And I plan on adding a lot more because you guys have really been impressing me recently. All right, yet again, thanks for listening.